Beats Planet.
Man, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. What's happening, man? It's Voch Lombardi, holding it down for the Deuce Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. You already know. Rubbing my hands together like Birdman for the things to come. Y'all just stay tuned. I know I keep hinting at it. I know I keep just throwing little small comments out like that. And y'all probably been hearing me say that for a while, man, but I'm telling you, hang tight. It's coming. It's on the way. I got a guest here today. Actually, let me keep him on mute before I bring him in. Don't forget to put a little ass whoop on that like button. It's very imperative. Ass whoop likes are needed to keep this channel alive. Also, another thing that keeps this channel alive is the Patreon, man. Go drop $1 in the Patreon, man. Y'all won't even know that dollar's missing. Less than a bag of almond M&Ms. Once a month. I'll be dropping 4 videos a week for y'all. If I ain't had no day job. That's why all these things are so far in between, man, because I got a day job. And if I didn't have a day job, y'all get all the film. Y'all won't, but whatever. Anyway, we got a new friend of the show. I don't know what I'm going to call him. Dipshit, homeboy, Deuce. Got a lot of names I could call him. You just want to go by Deuce? Rev? Yeah, Saints guy? What just whatever. It's gonna be a new thing I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna get y'all more familiar with the people that I'm gonna be working with this season. You know, I've been doing this thing as a solo mission for the past year and 5 or so months I've been doing this, but I've decided to add some friends. Y'all know Nick Gashler is a very close friend of the program. Lieutenant Dan of the Unintentional Grounding Podcast is a very close member of the program, but I'm just gonna get y'all familiar with some of the guys that I'm dealing with, because it's about to go down, man. The Avengers are about to assemble, dog. Deuce, what's good, fam?
It's all good, man. I'm just glad to get here and raise the credit score of this channel, bro.
Hey, man, tell the people who you are, where to find you, and all that little stuff, and what you do, what team, all that little stuff.
Well, what team I do? Well, I'm a fan of the Saints, but I've been breaking down film and doing stuff for all the NFL since I was a kid, man. I mean, football's football. I'll go watch high schoolers if I got to get my fix. But anyway, who I am, I kind of just made it up. I'm Deuce. That's what I do. I do a little bit of everything. You can follow me at Rev Deuce Wyndham on Twitter. I've done a little bit of independent scouting work for CFL, the Saskatchewan Roughriders. I do ESPN stuff here locally. I mean, whatever. It's football. That's what I do.
The Saskatchewan Roughriders. That sounds intimidating. It sounds scary. It sounds rough ridery. Anyway, the reason we here, y'all know, every now and then there will be a topic in football. There will be a big sports story to come out and cover, and today ain't one of them days. So yeah, I'm just out here to cool with y'all, man, just to mingle with my people. If y'all have any questions about anything, y'all come in, just, holler at me and Deuce. We ain't doing nothing. If y'all got a football question, if y'all got a life question, if you question some of my decision making, whatever, hey man, whatever y'all need to do, man, we here for that. So that being said, now why in tarnation is my live stream not showing all the comments, but the comments?
I see a lot of comments.
Let me see. I'm not seeing it on my live stream, though. So let me go to my OBS, because I'm about to get real upset if I can't show love to my people. Hold up. Shit, because I'm not black. I'm OJ. Shit. Okay. So is it not moving? Is it just pause or something? What's going on? I'm not seeing it on the screen.
Look,
okay,
man,
here we go.
Open you up
here we go.
tab.
I got it. Here we go. Shut up.
Right.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I got it. All right, cool.
Teach you how to use the computer.
All right, let me hit this little move here, because I do this all the time. Wyatt McElroy, he's first. A lot of people want to jump on comment sections and be first, and people hate when they're not first. Wyatt McElroy, my good friend. You are first, sir. What's happening? Lucas Anderson, my boy Luke, one of my admins. What's happening, brother? The vet, Cullen Klein, Blasphemous TV. He shows up on all the live streams. What's good? Chris Brock, what's good? James, the great Thorn, Keith Benjamin, Kyrell. Is this the Kyrell that play high school football that's supposed to be sending me film? What up, Kyrell? Slim J, what's happening, man? Luke, Shaz. Kind of name is Shaz. Okay, R2 and Sexy Lately. Okay, go follow that YouTube channel. That's Deuce's YouTube channel. R2 and Sexy Lately. I'm gonna make him change that. It's gonna happen. Larry, what's good? Cornelius, just saw you on the other one. Kevin J, Slim, Super Q, Greg, Lieutenant Dan, Ice Cream. I was just talking to you, Lieutenant Dan. If you want to jump in this live stream, because me, Lieutenant Dan, and Deuce are going to be doing a lot of work in the future. Y'all hang tight. Dan, if you want to hop in this live stream, I'm on the Skype right now, so just holler and we'll cross that little road. Cornelia. Cool Ass Drake, I just saw you. Where you at? Cool Ass Drake was good. Black Sensei, Matthias. All right, cool. That's all the shout-outs. I'm not doing no more. Shout-outs. J-Man, what's good? Nardo, what's up? MF Maddox, what's up? Savion, what's up? Kyrell, cool. Here we go. All right, done. We're done with shout-outs.
You done? Or I need to boot up 2K17 while you go in your little...
Look, man, the people are the most important here, Deuce. Okay?
I mean...
I don't want to hear none of that other little stuff. The people are what's most important. And they love their shout-outs, man. They love their shout-outs, so we're going to get them. We're going to jump right into the phones, man, because I don't like to have my listeners waiting around too long. Let's jump right to the phone, see what they talking about. We're answering any kind of questions today. Me and Deuce just gonna sit up and just cool with y'all. So hope my levels are good. I hope your house isn't too loud. 978, who this?
This Shreyas, Voch.
Shreyas, what's good, Shreyas? I should have you saved in my system, so I'm kind of mad. What up, Shreyas? What you got? What you got for the show?
Hey, what's up, man? All right. First of all, I want to start off. I want to say I'm trying. It's not definite, but I'm trying to make a YouTube channel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm trying. I tried a few, just film reviews on just this past year's college tape.
Okay.
And you don't really appreciate a YouTuber until you try to do it yourself.
Oh hell yeah!
I got to give you props.
Real.
Articulation skills, the way you talk, the way it's all smooth, no hitch, ice cold. Under pressure. That's actually amazing, man.
Hey man, salute, because I tell you what, I do it live too, man. And most of y'all think I walk in here and just demand the stage or whatever, but I get nervous every time I cut this thing on, man, because ESPN could fire me for calling Robert Griffin a cornball brother. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of variables that go into it. But Shreyas, appreciate it, man. Now you're trying to get into YouTubing. Now what exactly are you trying to get into? Because I'm your man's and you've been around this thing for a long time. I can give you any kind of advice you want, bro. What you got?
Yeah, man. All right. Okay, I'm not even going to begin to claim that I know anywhere as much as football as you do. Because you're a coach. You know the cues that come in, like the habits that players form.
Right.
And that's one thing I want to target, how the habits shape a player. Because my first review happens to be freaking Davis Webb, right?
Okay.
This guy has got 20 bad habits, right? Because I'm trying to, break down, do something sweet for my Giants fans, right? Mm-hmm. I'm starting off with Davis Webb. And I noticed all kinds of wacky habits here and there, right? This guy does the good old, tap the ball before you throw it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
I want to,
first and foremost, let me say this. Shreyas, I want you to make that video. And I want you to make it unlisted. Then after you make it unlisted, you send me that link. And I might have something for you, bro. Because there's this Voch Lombardi Illuminati thing that's going on that I'm not telling nobody about, that I just keep talking about or whatever. Mm-hmm. Deuce up there humming or whatever. I never have guests on the show, but all of a sudden Deuce just shows up, right? So look, make that video, make it unlisted, and just
man,
and just inbox it to me, and we'll talk from there. But go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Sure. Yeah, one more thing, man. I know this is kind of like a, just good old talking, right? Like not something football related, right?
Don't say Dragon Ball Super, dog.
Oh, bro.
Talk to you, bro.
No spoilers, man.
Hella hype right now.
Okay, let me say this. Deuce, what episode of Dragon Ball Super are you on?
Like 20.
Well, damn. Well, we don't need to get into this. Let me be as non-spoilery as possible. So Shreyas, just kind of work with me, okay? Roshi, I see you. Damn, Krillin. Damn, son.
Damn, Krillin. Damn, 18.
Damn, 18. Damn. I really want to see what those two girls from that planet are gonna do.
Oh shit! Yeah, that the spoiler thing, not the like the preview looked hella like epic. So
yeah,
I mean, it could be anything.
And one last point. I wish we get the Rudy Poots out the way so we can get the big fight going.
Yeah, for sure. Yo, one more thing, man.
What's up?
I know you love Vegeta because I love Vegeta.
Right.
And yo, that was so savage. Just tying him up.
Tying up homeboy and throwing him boom boom boom. I swear to God. Hey man, look, look, we can't keep doing this because we're gonna slip and make something happen, bro. Shreyas, thanks for calling.
I got you.
Make that video. Don't forget to hit my inbox. I might have something for you, man.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Salute.
See you.
Oh man. Oh man. Deuce, would you do me a favor since you ain't doing nothing else? Would you just look in the chat box and find good questions or whatever and just hit me up?
The chat box is lit right now about one thing.
It's very well, let's see what's going on.
Chloe is OJ's daughter.
Khloe Kardashian is OJ's daughter?
That's what's going on in the chat right now.
Is that for real? Is that?
I don't know, but I saw it. I had to contain myself because you were talking to your boy.
Are y'all trolling or is this for real?
Gregory Castillo said it. Chloe definitely OJ daughter.
Okay, let me run back and see. Hold on, I don't even know. Okay, we just gonna cross that road when we get there. Okay, let me say this. Okay, the phone lines are open. Number is 515-739-1285. Access code 309-104. Somebody call me and tell me what the hell going on. Or you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, or you can hit me with whatever football question you want to hit me with. And let me add Lieutenant Dan to this Skype call. Let me
get him in here.
Let me add Lieutenant Dan so I can get both of y'all acclimated with each other, acquainted with each other. Let's bring them in. Let me turn this down because Lieutenant Dan's house might be really loud. Yo, Dan. Hold up.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew his house was gonna be loud as shit. Hey, you ain't gotta be cute or nothing. You know, we ain't putting the face on the live stream or whatever. But but Dan, you know we've been me and you been talking. No spoilers here. We've been talking about that Illuminati thing that we've been working on. Dan, this is Deuce. Deuce, this is Dan. Dan is a Falcons guy. Deuce is a Saints guy. Okay, y'all get along for the time being. But that Illuminati thing, that we doing. It's gonna happen, all right? Both of y'all are cool. Both of y'all cool in my book. Y'all gonna be cool with each other. We all watch Dragon Ball Super for some reason. And we all love football. And we're all gonna be included in that thing. So with that being said, everybody that's viewing, me, Dan, and Deuce are going to be answering y'all's damn questions. So stay tuned, man. Unintentional Grounding Podcast. Go over to his YouTube and Deuce's YouTube channel that I'm gonna make him change. What's your YouTube name, Deuce?
Bro, it's R2 and Sexy Lady, man.
R2 and Sexy Lady. He's gonna change it.
It's my wife's gamer tag, bro.
I don't care. He's gonna change it.
Nah, bro, it's lit. It's lit.
And his wife is gonna understand. Okay. Yes, man. OJ Simpson is he out already or is he getting out?
October he gets out.
Oh man,
they got to get the Broncos have been discontinued, so they got to get a Bronco ready for him.
Oh man, the same Bronco he got into the chase with.
He probably needs a little buff by now.
keep hinting at the Raekwon McMillan film. We're not gonna watch film on Raekwon film. These are getting a little more frequent. Hey man, it's the off season, so yes, of course I'm going to get into a lot more of live streams in the off season. We ain't doing nothing else. OJ ain't black, only skin color. Deuce McCaustin. Okay, well, can you speak on the old Miss Coach calling an escort service using a university phone? What?
Yeah, you missed that because I saw it on Twitter while we were doing the stream on my channel. Yeah, apparently this is what his statement says. He says that it was a butt dial and that there was no other calls on that phone, so you can't say he was doing it legit.
But you don't miscall.
How do you accidentally call an escort service?
Look, escort. It's not even like he called some random lady and she happened to be a hooker. You called the escort service. Look. Pull the phone records. I want to know how long he was on the phone with him. If it's anything longer than 80 seconds, I'm calling BS, man.
80 seconds, bro. You know it's wrong number within 10.
Fair enough. Hello, this is Charmaine. This is champagne.
80 seconds might be too much.
This is champagne strawberry. How may I help you? Oh man, instantly. Oh, so can you? Oh man, Hugh Freeze calling the escort sir. I really want to know what these visits are like. Like I didn't play big time.
Hold on. It's not just that they discovered that. I'm assuming you don't know the rest of it. He resigned.
So Hugh Freeze is no longer the Ole Miss head coach.
Correct. He's resigned over this.
Well, no more beating Alabama. So you know it's about to come out. If he resigned, it's about to get real soon. God damn.
Gregory says 1 minute call. I guess he plans on calling in.
Yeah, man, call in whoever. Introduce him as unintentional grounding Dan. He's Lieutenant Dan. How you feel about OJ? Hey man, I don't want to break this chat box in half, so I'm not gonna get too much into OJ. What up, cool lads? This is much better than the Trey Henderson breakdown. Let's kick it. Hey man, we kicking it, man. We all good, man. We just famo kicking. Why Rev keep learning about the Rams starting week 1? Who is the Rams starting week 1? Cool ass Drake, call the show, man. Just to say what's up and just to mingle, man. The music video makes the song even better. Let OJ play. Y'all are talking about OJ Simpson and not OJ Howard, right? I just want to know. Look at this. Every time Brett Coleman drop a video, they always come to my channel with questions about that person. We want to drop the Jabril Peppers video. I've been hating Jabril Peppers for a long time. Now all of a sudden, Brett Coleman drop a video. Is Jabril Peppers going to be a top 10 pick? Nah, man, chill out.
What? Jabril Peppers is going to be a top 200 pick.
Chill out, man. First time listener. Salute Slim J513. How'd you find the channel, bro? Jake from State Farm. What up, Jake from State Farm? I know who you are. Voch, can you go into more?
Greg said the call lasted 1 minute, bro. 1 minute. That's plenty of time.
Oh, that's what he's saying. The call. Hey man, look, how long does it take? Okay,
that's a whole hookup.
Okay, look, Daniel would know. Daniel, how long does it take? You don't know.
Ain't no timeouts. Nah.
Okay. I can't hear you, man. Daniel, why can't I hear you?
Give me a second, okay, man? Just give me
bro,
1 second.
Oh, like his little sister came on real quick.
A little rush.
Oh, okay, you're doing stuff. Okay, all right, cool. Do you think?
Just give me a second, man.
How is he gonna have an Oregon shirt on and then a Clemson hat? What?
Oh no!
This man all kind of confused.
Because I had a interview actually with an Oregon player that went nowhere, but they sent me a shirt, so I was cool with it. And I've been a Clemson fan since like forever.
If y'all want to send Voch Lombardi anything, hit my inbox and I'll make a PO box and y'all can send me free shit too. Voch, can you go into more players film blindly? I used to, but the film session, that'll be more of a reaction video going into it blindly. I like to be prepared because I hate to miss stuff. Like if I go into a film session missing stuff, all y'all gonna do is go in the comment section and tell me what I missed. So like, nah, I'm not gonna go in blind no more. But I used to, but don't talk to me like I'm that Voch Lombardi from last year. I'm in a higher place. We got a lot more people that have jumped on the live stream. Welcome. We got Deuce on the phone. He's going to be a part of my Illuminati project. Stay tuned. Lieutenant Dan is also here. He's going to be a part of the Illuminati project. The phones are lit. 515-739-1285. If you got an OJ Simpson take, call in. If you got an OJ Howard take, call in. If you like Tropicana OJ over Great Value OJ, call in. Let us know. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, fam.
Comments.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me get there, man. Hold on, time out. I don't want to miss nothing. Let me see. Let me get down there. Ice his man. I'll go back. Let me see.
This must be Deuce's first time actually being on one of these shows and seeing these comments because it gets lit.
Oh my God, yo, son, Usher gave this girl herpes, dog. Look, yo, fam, hey, I was at work, right? And Sadie Fresh walked up to me and he had this very concerned look on his face, and I was like, "What's going on, Sadie Fresh?" And he was hurt because Usher got herpes, right? Now he was I was upset too because you know Usher gets him. You know what I'm saying? Usher go gets him, but he's giving it to him when he gives it to him. You know what I mean? And Usher gave this hooker, this stripper, this promiscuous woman the herpes, and he paid a $1.1 million to stay quiet, bruh. Bruh, Dan, you ever got herpes before?
What?
Dan, I'm sure it's not fun.
Y'all can joke, and everybody in the comments can joke, but every single one of y'all would take herpes for $1.1 million. Every single one of you.
Daniel, would you take herpes for $1.1 million? Damn.
That's tough, dude.
That's
tough.
When you think about it, herpes can't kill you. You can't get rid of it, but it's not always around. But $1.1 million can change your life immediately.
Deuce?
What's
1.1?
Look at all the fire emojis. No, that's different. That's chlamydia. It's not herpes. I don't think herpes burns. Oh, man. Y'all
I don't know. I got no experience with that.
God damn, not Joe the herpes. Let it burn. Look, he said let it burn. Give him that 1.1 mil. God damn. Okay, look, what's y'all price, man? How much can we pay y'all to get the herpes? Like to just grab the. Hey, I just saw him in the chat box.
You said give it to him twice.
Nick Gashler, call in right now. What's up, Voch? We on lightning delay at practice, so I had to tune in. Wait a minute, you at practice?
8 o'clock at night.
Wait a minute, fam. You at practice watching my live stream? That's why you ain't learning shit. Call into the show, Gash, if you ain't doing that. Okay, look, what's y'all price on herpes? Right, that's the new question. Deuce, Dan, what's your price tag? Because I can do a lot with $1.1 million of herpes. Don't stay around forever.
10 mil?
10 mil for herpes? I heard like because I was at work and I work at a hospital, and apparently the nurses thought this was fascinating. And they was giving everybody the lowdown on herpes and how herpes works. And I learned a lot about herpes. Apparently herpes only hurts if you're like flaring up and you smashing and you get herpes. I don't know how this conversation got here, by the way. But
I feel like I'm on Howard Stern or something. Like we've gone full. No. We've gone to the next level.
No, sir. No, sir. But apparently herpes can only get you if you're inflamed and you smashing or whatever. So the herpes it only lasts 40 minutes out of the year. $1.1 million, Dan.
Well, they're also saying in the chat, tax free. Remember, tax free.
Uncle Sam gonna get his.
Meanwhile, R. Kelly trying to build the damn Hugh Hefner house. Look, this was a bad week for black guys, man. for black men on Twitter.
I'll tell you why. Go ahead. Because y'all wouldn't stop ragging China last week about what she did to Rob. That's what you get.
Now look, Deuce, I tell you what. If you tuned into the Voch Lombardi live stream last time we talked about Black China, I actually gave Black China props for being a thought, because Cleopatra was the first thought. Cleopatra is the most prominent, most famous thought of all time, and she was a businesswoman. She led Egypt, and she's idolized by women still to this day. And all she did was use her anatomy to get what she wants. That's the same thing Black China doing.
that particular live stream, by the way,
Yes.
I tuned in listening to that in the grocery store, and you guys started talking about that. I had it on full blast. I swear I almost took my phone and threw it into the lobster cage.
No, you wouldn't.
I swear.
No, you wouldn't. No, you
I
wouldn't.
want to live in this neighborhood. You got a lobster cage in your grocery store? What?
Yeah, man.
What is this?
They got the live lobsters in there, the big old glass container. And they got in big bold letters on the Publix thing. It says the lobster cage.
Publix, what's that? I'm from Mississippi. Well,
It's a grocery store.
Well, I'm in Texas.
Y'all got a Piggy Wiggly or a Kroger?
Nah, none of those. Those all got taken over by Publix, bro.
Y'all got a Winn Dixie out there? Shit, man.
That's
man,
like Amazon buying Whole Foods. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a Whole Foods in my life.
Amber Rose, thoughts out here winning the Kardashian family. Yes. Does anybody aspire to be a thought? I've met some people that aspire to be thoughts.
I mean, look, every white woman wants to be Marilyn Monroe, so yeah.
You'll be surprised at the amount of women that give up on their college dreams and just say, I just want some rich dude to take care of me. You'll be surprised. And hey, hey, they, whatever. Let me get back into this chat box real fast. Tune in if there's anything you want to know about herpes. Hilarious. I love how Voch is trying to defend it. I'm not defending getting herpes, but if you're gonna get herpes, get 1.1 million. Like some people out here getting herpes for free. Come on, son. Rob is a simp. I agree.
It's just bad business.
It's bad business, man. Never do nothing standing up that you can do sitting down. Come on, bro. 500 million for the herpes, 5 million for the herpes, 3.5 million, 100,000 for the herpes. Y'all hysterical.
100,000. That mean they already got herpes. If they only want 100 grand, they already got it.
I'm going to make as much money as I can, for real, for real. Originally Real say ain't no price bid. Thanks for joining the show. Originally Real. The phone lines are lit because we keep adding people by the 40s. So y'all tell me how many people watching me live right now. 515-739-1285. The access code is 309-104. You can call in and say whatever the hell you want. Lieutenant Dan,
I was expecting more football.
You know what?
Did not come in expecting herpes.
I was expecting more football, but the title says "Mingle with the People" Q&A, and I guess it just happens to be in the news.
Like herpes.
Like, shut up, Lieutenant Dan. What you been working on, bro?
I don't want to give anything away, but I saw a couple of people do some interesting videos. I actually tuned in to Deuce's YouTube page and kind of looked around, browsed around his stuff, and I just decided, you know what, it's about time to get off my lazy butt and stop doing live streams.
Nasty. Not you, Lieutenant Dan.
What you guys think about
over there?
What you guys think about the Mike Williams news? He's gonna have potentially season-ending neck surgery or something, or something like that. Yeah. So somebody Google that. But yeah, Mike Williams.
I heard he made knee surgery, but I didn't know it was official.
Yeah, he's potentially out for the season. So what y'all think about that? Time out. Comment from Draylon. What the hell I walk into here? I don't know, son. It just happened. But go ahead, Deuce. Or Dan.
It's a herniated disc. I hit the Google up real quick. But he's apparently gotten 2 epidurals to try to help calm this stuff down, and it ain't calming down.
Is he pregnant?
Herniated disc.
Is he pregnant?
I guess.
I thought epidural was
pregnant with flop because I wasn't that high on him. But
now, Deuce, you know you're talking to a Clemson guy there, so I just want
look. When I say high,
yes,
keep in mind this is based on the hype that certain people get, and he just has too much to work on for me to get his hype on. Like the dude rounds his routes, he doesn't plant his foot, he doesn't make great cuts, but I mean he can outbody anybody.
Okay, Dan, is he hating? I mean, what's his argument? What's the Illuminati? What you gotta say, Dan?
No. I think he's right on. I think his point is valid. Watching him through the season, I mean, I'm a realist, so to me, Williams was a body catcher, a guy that could outmuscle people. He was stronger than peeps, but. I mean, that was all he was at Clemson. I mean, I like Sammy Watkins better, who could actually catch the ball. And he's just injury prone. So to me, I think Deuce is not going over the bounds or anything like that. I think he's spot on. Mike Williams, he was hyped up because the media got to him, and they were like, now everybody spread it like wildfire through your message box and your notifications that this guy's the top talent, when the wide receiving core. I mean, like nobody talked about Corey Davis like as receiver. Yeah, like as one of the top guys. They always brought him up like third or fourth in the conversation after Ross and Mike. So I as a Clemson guy, I liked him there in college, but I felt like when he transitioned to the NFL, it wasn't going to be easy for him because he was going to have to learn things that he didn't do at all at college, at the college level.
I'll say for him, what Mike Williams has to his advantage is with him playing the split end position, that size, you're just going to win against a lot of cornerbacks in this league because he's got the size. So, I mean, he's got the potential to do more, but then I look at a guy like Corey Davis who's got the size, but then can actually cut on a route and actually plant his foot and do a slant route instead of Mike Williams looks like he's running wheel routes out there when he tries to do a slant. So that's my issue with Williams. I think he's got the ability, but I think he's going to need a year of good NFL coaching before he really gets there. Of course, I'm also the guy that had Carlos Henderson as my number 2 receiver as the best flanker in the draft. So,
hey, man, you like who you like. Let me ask y'all this. The comment says, I saw a good question in the comments there. Maryland Wolves, salute to you, fam. I see you have a girl in your profile picture. You wouldn't have to be a lady, would you? Jalen Ramsey or Marcus Peters? Who's the better corner?
Deuce, you want to go?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Now, I was a big fan of Marcus Peters because he was a maniac and he was a gangster and he hit people in the mouth, everybody in the mouth, even his coaches in the mouth. And Jalen Ramsey, people say I was wrong about Jalen Ramsey. My point was I thought Jalen Ramsey would be the best strong safety in the league, but just because he's a great corner doesn't mean he can't be the best strong safety in the league. But he turns out to be an amazing corner, or at least he has the potential to be an amazing corner. I like both. If I had to pick,
I think that's kind of where, like, if I have to pick one, I'm going to go Ramsey. But I mean, I like them both, man. I like
Ramsey. I think Ramsey has the higher ceiling, I think. And but
well, it also depends on too what you're going to play, because if you're talking about pure man coverage, I'm probably going to go with Peters.
I like Peters pure man.
Kansas City ran 50% of their plays for man coverage. I like Peters and man, but in terms of an all around player, I'd probably lean a little bit to Ramsey, especially since he's got less time under his belt.
If this was a fantasy like dynasty setting and I was to pick one of these two defenders to play like defensive fantasy, I'd go Ramsey. Because he has age in his favor because he's younger.
I mean, that's not a big age gap.
But to me, like I really do like both of them. They're both talented at their position. I just think that Peters is probably a little more polished right now, and Ramsey has a brighter future going forward. So, I mean, they're both amazing at what they do.
Okay, we have a caller on the line, and Maryland Wolves is a guy. So, whatever.
The sausage party continues.
You really gonna call man all game? Yeah, fair enough. We got a.
Hold on. Let's address that. We can't just get your call.
No. Go ahead. The call ain't going nowhere. What you about to say?
Well, first off, nobody plays man all game. In fact, not a single team in the NFL played it 50% of the time. But it's also extremely important, especially on third down. That down you want to be sacking quarterbacks, stopping drives. Mm-hmm. You got to have somebody that you can trust in cover 0 or cover 1.
Deuce talking that
shit.
That
can go outside.
Deuce talking that shit. That's why he's about to be a partner in this channel. That's why that Illuminati shit about to pick it. Great point. When you because look, like when you like if you're in a situation where I don't know if the Jags are trying to build this type of team, but if you can get super stout in the middle and play majority cover 0, cover 1, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. That's what Kansas City does. That's also one of the. It's not necessarily a knock, but Peters has got a good scheme and a good team, whereas Ramsey, he's a one-man show down there in Jacksonville.
Well, not 100% anymore because AJ Boye is now there, and you have to put that kind of.
We don't have any
factor.
film of him on the field with him. By himself, he was a one-man show in Jacksonville.
So we'll actually get to see that this year and how it pans out. But the individual work looks attractive, and we gotta wait for them to play together. But the individual work looks really, really good. So I don't think it's 100% one-man show at this very point. Fan, but so we'll see. We'll see by training camp.
Girl. Hey, if y'all have any player versus player questions, we'll take those too. OJ Simpson, OJ Howard, Jay-Z's OJ album, OJ song on his 444 album, whatever y'all want to talk about. Orange Juice. If you want to call and talk about the song I Saw You Walking in the Rain by Orange Juice Jones, we'll talk about it, man. Let's see. Tangerine. We got a caller. 623. What's happening? Who this?
Yeah, this is Jake.
Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, you got it.
What's happening, fam? What you got for the show?
Yeah, I just had
time out. Jake from State Farm. What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing khakis, bro.
Hey! All right. What you got for the show, fam?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you guys, like, now that we, after the draft's over now, we see where all these quarterbacks, what situations they went into now. Who do you guys feel is out of all the rookie quarterbacks, who do you feel is like in the best situation and will end up being the best quarterback out of this class?
OJ. To honestly answer your question, I think the same dude I said draft night. You take Pat Magic and his big ass tool belt. He gets to walk into Kansas City. They have an established starter already, a playoff quarterback that is, and you can sit Pat Mahomes down and let his ass develop. Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson is going into a quarterback battle with Tom Savage. He has a very good possibility that he'll win that fight, and he's going to have to be thrown in some hot water. We'll see how he adjusts to it. But those two guys have talent surrounding them. Mitch Trubisky does not have much talent surrounding him. So I think the best situation, just my opinion, is Pat Magic. Fellas.
Okay. But I'm talking about like long-term wise. Like, you think that like long-term, like who's going to be the best?
I mean,
like, not just
your first years in the NFL are kind of a big indicator there. I mean, that's what's going to develop your career. I mean, was Aaron Rodgers really turn to Aaron Rodgers if he doesn't have McCarthy and sit behind Favre for a few years because his mechanics need to work? I mean, the position you're drafted in is what really determines if you have a future or don't have a future. I mean, if Brady is sitting there in the 6th round and gets drafted by, let's say the Seattle Seahawks. Right. Do you think he develops the same way behind Matt Hasselbeck or whatever that dude's name was in Seattle? No. I mean,
Cynical Wallace.
So Pat's definitely got an edge up, and there's a guy in Kansas City who's pretty good at developing quarterbacks. So,
Daniel?
I definitely agree with Pat Magic being in a better position long term, but we could talk about Cleveland's quarterback and how they're building kind of a solid team right now around him. They're getting good very, very quick. So, hey, if you were on that train with a Notre Dame kid and you think that maybe he's got the right head on his shoulders, he might have the long-term success that you're looking for because they're not going to be good anytime soon, but they're going to keep pumping talent into that defense and offense.
I think the problem with that line of thinking is the Browns have proven that they're not patient. That's why they're in rebuild mode every year. I mean, if they would really sit down for 3 or 4 years and try to let something ride out, maybe I'm with you. But they've yet to do that in 2 decades since they came back into the league.
That was my line
I'll
of thinking.
Give you that. I'll definitely give you that because they just really haven't done anything to really give us any indicator that it would be any different, except for the fact that this year they spent massive money on the offensive line for long-term contracts. So guys like Isaiah Crowell and their wide receivers are, hey, I mean, that's a good situation right now.
Let's go, Dan. Hit that Saints fan in the mouth with that point, Dan. Hell yeah, Dan. Let's go, boy. They did
why does everybody think that I hate Saints fans?
First of all, if you don't hate Saints fans, you don't respect the rivalry. But second of all, let me hit back. Let me get some clap back.
Get his ass. Get his ass, Deuce. Get him.
Look, bro.
Get him.
Yeah, we want to brag about spending on offensive line, but then you go and draft the 2 most overrated players this entire draft back to back.
Call them by name.
Myles Garrett and Jabril Peppers.
Damn, get him. Get him.
Whoa. Whoa.
Get him, Deuce. Tell us why they overrated. Time out, Jake. Time out. We just ignoring
Jabril Peppers.
We ignoring the hell out of Jake from State Farm. We're
I feel so bad about Jake. We done forgot about him.
Jake, you good?
I forgot about it, bro.
Jake, you good, fam?
Yeah, I'm good. Now I'm just listening to conversation.
Yo, Jake, let me plug you in, man, because for some reason you didn't pop up as Jake from State Farm, and I'm pissed off that you didn't. So let me go Jake from State Farm. She sounds hideous. Appreciate it, fam.
Are you good?
I cut him off too quick. Yo, I agree. Jabril Peppers is very overrated coming out, but I will say to Dan's point, building that offensive line with like not scrubs, right? And I hate spending money and overkilling in one place or whatever, but all these guys that they got from, just they pull some guys from different places, from division rivals, if you will. But I think they got a solid offensive line going, and that's going to help with the run game. And I thought they was going to go get Fournette or something. I thought they were going to get a game breaker at the running back position, whatever. But whatever running back you get, you could probably plug him in. It may be Saquon Barkley next year. But my whole thing with the Browns, what I wanted them to do was I wanted them to slow down and not get Mitch, because there was this thing that was going around. What if the Browns draft Mitch first overall? I was like, the Browns need to slow down, get the best players, and go get one of them quarterbacks next year. So I do like how they drafted guys or whatever. I don't agree with the Njoku pick. I feel like it was better value on the board. Could have went to go get Foster. I don't agree with the Peppers pick. It was better value on the board. You could have went to go get a guy like somebody was there. You know what I'm saying? But Malik McDowell was there. Like, look, bro, like the Browns could have walked away with like Cam Robinson, Myles Garrett, and Malik McDowell. You see what I'm saying? In just the first round. And then you build on something next year. So I think the Browns did some cool little moves or whatever, but it could have been better. Oh, is it? All right, cool. Move on.
I don't know why. I don't eat up all your show, bro. But let me add one last thing. This is also predicated on the fact that we're expecting Kaiser to develop better than some of these other guys. And while I agree the situation on paper looks good, how confident are you in him developing into that guy?
That's why I did. That's why I did kind of premise the whole thing around. If you believe in Kaiser, you think he has his head on his shoulders, and he's able to do what you want him to do, then he's going to be productive for the long term. But I still believe you guys are correct in Pat Magic being in the best situation now for the long term. There's just this outside guy like Kaiser having a really good situation beginning to form in Cleveland.
Okay. Before I get to this next caller, Deuce had a he had an incredible post in Lombardi's Draft Talk. That's my Facebook group. He was just giving bold predictions or whatever, and I saw a lot of people ask, were the Browns in position to win 7 or 8 football games, right? And I understand, it's easy to sip the Kool-Aid, and the Browns have definitely made some improvements, but it made me think about this, because I think it's fair to say that the New Orleans Saints are about a 6 or 7 win team. Who you think will win more games out of the Saints and the Browns? And when you think about that, you will go, well, the Saints got Drew Brees. The Saints should clearly win more than the Browns. Well, damn. Well, the Browns can't win 7 games then. The Browns will probably go from a 1-win team to a 5-win team, and I think that's fine. Who do y'all think wins more games? And then we're going to get into this call that's on the line. Call, don't go nowhere.
I mean, I don't really honestly think there's any debate. I mean, this is a passing football league. This is a quarterback-driven league. If you've got a Hall of Famer, you got a better chance to win. I mean, I see the Saints as a 2-game flop in either direction. They can either, from the 7-9 they're at, they can either improve to 9-7, or they can just implode and go down to 5-11. So,
yeah, fair enough. Lieutenant Dan, do you have something really, really negative to say about the Saints?
No, like I said on my show with Mattis, who came in and Saints fan, and we were talking about Falcons and Saints. I said the Saints are literally a few defensive steps away from going from 7-9.
Their health away.
Yeah, seriously. 7-9 to like 10-6. Like, Drew Brees is the reason why they're winning all of those games, not the defense. And if they just had a more capable defense and we're healthy, I mean, playoff team. Like it just turns right around like that. In the Browns situation, it's still a building process. There's no definite reason why they're going to win a heck a bunch of games. Nobody can point to one particular part and be like, that's why they're going to win 8, 9, 10 games. There's nothing on that Browns team right now that points to that. They have a bright future, but there's nothing there right now.
I'm not taking sides. I'm just clearly bringing the narrative that the people have brought me. We about to jump into the phones, though. Line blowing up. 301. Who this?
Derek, yo, what's up, boss? It's Derek.
Who? Wait a minute, damn it. Wait a minute. Who this?
It's just Derek from Maryland. What's up, boss?
Yo, what's up, you're from Maryland? What you got for the show, bro?
Derek, yeah, I was one of the callers that came in and talked about Patrick Mahomes there being the best quarterback in the 2017 draft class.
Tell us why.
There. Well, it's mainly there because I mentioned they're talking about his arm strength and the potential there of reading his keys and seeming to feel better than Deshaun Watson. There, because Deshaun Watson, they're playing a scheme for this one read and go. That Patrick Mahomes saw on the field that even though Mahomes there is a gunslinger and that took many chances there down the field, which is going to temper his chances there, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes there is in a good place there in Kansas City because he's going to learn from a capable quarterback in Alex Smith there. Because if you take a look at Deshaun Watson, it's going to have to start there right away from my Houston Texans, and that probably is not the best situation for him. Even though most likely we are probably going to go to the playoffs because of our defense, that I feel like there with Watson there is not going to have a better NFL career than Mahomes.
You a Chiefs fan?
No, I already said there, man. I'm a Houston Texans fan.
In Maryland? The hell?
Yeah.
All right.
I like how he's responding like we're the weird ones there.
Yeah, like I'm wrong.
Understand?
Yeah, like okay, well, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Hey man, you made some great points, famo. I mean, I appreciate it for calling. He basically said, well, we were saying or whatnot.
I gotta be proud of my comments. Dude, the comments is a bunch of Saints talk, man. I'm loving it.
Hey man, I'm just getting everybody acclimated to a new friend of the show. Most of these live streams in the future are going to feature new friends of the show because we're working on something special. Look, we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to let Deuce and Dan run the show. I got to take a quick bathroom break. It's an emergency, and we'll be right back. What up, team? It's Voch Lombardi. Thanks for coming through. Before we get into the content, I just want to let y'all know the best way to support the channel directly is through Patreon. Subscribing to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month can upgrade the production of the channel and increase the frequency of uploads. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can contribute to my YouTube scouting career being my full-time job, which means more content for you. Also, Patreon contributors will gain exclusive access to all my throwback film sessions covering college football tape on players like Sean Taylor, Calvin Johnson, Michael Vick, Luke Kuechly, guys like that. But the link is in the description. It's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. See y'all there. Appreciate it.
Unable to finish.
And we back for the bra straps real fast, y'all, because I do have a bathroom emergency. We're going to let Dan and Deuce run the show for a little bit. I got one question for y'all. And don't feel obligated to represent your respective team in this. Who wins the NFC South? Because I feel like regardless of y'all being on the channel, that's a very polarizing question right now. I'm going to go run. I'll be back in 45 seconds, but y'all get that going. Lieutenant Dan, go first. Who wins the NFC South this year?
It depends if the offensive coordinator, Steve Sarkisian, can actually keep the level of consistency that Kyle Shanahan had with the Falcons offense rolling. If not, then there has to be slack that is picked up by the defensive side of the ball. It's a young defensive unit. There's really not a lot lost on the player personnel side, but as far as like the coaching staff, yes, there was a lot of losses there. I don't see any reason why Atlanta shouldn't be the favorite to win this division, but I'm gonna go and say that the consistency problems with Tampa Bay could be fixed this year, and Tampa could definitely win this division. They really, really could.
All right. Well, I'm kind of Here's the thing with the NFC South. If you don't pay attention to the NFC South, they seem to flip winners every year, with the exceptions being the past couple of years. Here's my thing with Atlanta. I think roster-wise, Atlanta looks great. But there's two things that happened to y'all last year that I think will either be hard to replicate or y'all broke. One, I think the offensive coordinator change is going to have a bigger impact than a lot of fans like to think. Now, it could stay the same. I mean, it's not like Julio Jones and Freeman and Ryan are just going to fall off the face of the earth, but when certain types of plays are called. And that has a big factor there. And then another thing is, y'all's defense was boo-boo, except in one area, which you seem to do. You were pretty good at forcing turnovers, which that's how the Saints won the Super Bowl. The Saints had like the 27th ranked defense, but were number one in turnovers. That's how they won. I think that's going to be hard for Atlanta to replicate next year, to go back to back to back in terms of forcing turnovers and consistently. Let's just be honest. No matter what team it is, that's a lot of luck involved. Fumbles that fall your way, really bad passes by quarterbacks. Now, I don't say all that to hype up the Saints. The Bucs are my watch-out team this year. And the only reason that I'm not all the way on the Bucs bandwagon is all those pieces are nice. I like the running back situation. I like the receivers. I like the defense. I'm not sold on Winston yet. I think he shows a lot of promise, but the consistency problem that you brought up, I think the team consistency problem gets fixed, but I don't think Winston is going to be consistent all game, every game, all 16 games in the year. So I think you're going to have a closer battle this year between 1 through 3. I don't really see Carolina playing into it, especially now the GM gone. I think that's going to have – you saw the Carolina Panthers players going at each other over the Gettleman issue. So I think it's going to be the Saints and Bucs fighting to topple the Falcons. The Falcons could very well win the division this year, but I think you'll see a playoff team from the NFC South take the wild card, and we'll just have to see who that is.
I think you're completely spot on, and I agree with your Winston comment as well. I really do believe that the major inconsistencies with Tampa came from Jameis Winston. If he can get his head in the right place and stop losing games, it really because of his fault.
What? Jameis Winston gonna win the South? What? The Buccaneers? What? What y'all say? What?
Chill.
Huh?
But if Jameis Winston can actually get his head kind of out of his own butt, then he could take the very balanced Buccaneers defense and offense to the playoffs. And so I completely agree with that. I do think the Saints will do better this year. It's so hard with the Saints because I'm so used to their defense not being very good, and it's hard for me to buy in on the Saints defense getting better with everybody continuously saying that a rookie corner is just going to come out and stop everybody. That's what every Saints fan has told me, and I just don't believe that.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
In the past 7 years, first-round rookies at cornerback have a 50-50 shot of posting a positive grade.
Yeah. And that's why I just have I keep getting this reassurance from Saints fans and many others that were Marcus Lattimore homeboys that Lattimore is going to blow it up and he's going to stop everybody. And I go, maybe.
Well, here's the thing, too, man.
Bring it down.
He doesn't even have to do that great. But the Saints last year had 3 secondary players that gave up quarterback ratings of 100 or greater. All you need Lattimore to do is post an 80. You don't need him to be a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
A marginal improvement, because one of the greatest secrets in the NFL is Cameron Jordan. The dude is top 5, top 3 every year in pressures and hurries and quarterback attack. The dude is a monster, but he can't get sack numbers because he has no secondary to let him reach the passer. Give him just a little bit of corner play. And that defensive line is actually pretty scary, even with Nick Fairley going down. But I see a lot of people, apparently there's a lot of Falcons fans out there too, talking about how they got Poe and everything that's going to fix the defensive line, man. I honestly don't feel like y'all's free agency helped you much. I do like a couple of the players you drafted, but I don't really think the Falcons got better roster-wise to make up for what they've lost in coaching. And then, Voch, give me your opinion. I think that their defense relied too much on turnovers last year, didn't have the defense in terms of yards, third down conversion, things like that to really stop enough teams. We'll just see how that really pans out. They got better in the actual nitty gritty instead of just forcing turnovers.
I agree. I dig that. I think it's definitely going to be something to watch, man. The South can go in any direction. I even think the Saints can be number one because we've seen the Panthers go from 15-1 to 2-4, like whatever they were. Like we've seen teams fall from greatness. And Dan, you my mans, and I ain't just saying this because you're here. The Falcons could either be number one in the conference or they could fall from greatness. We all know that. And as long as you got Drew Brees, you got a shot. Because the Saints were in a lot of games last year. They lost a bunch of games, but they were in the majority of them. And like Deuce said, marginal difference can be the change. And Jameis, I think he's getting better every year, man. And my whole theory about quarterbacks is that they truly don't get good till they're 30. So the more time that Jameis has, the better he'll get. With that being said, we got a caller. Peep this though. Mm-hmm. We've been here for an hour. Doesn't even feel like it. We've been here for an hour. We're going to be here another 15 to 25 minutes. So get your calls in now. You can call with player versus player. You can call with how much money would it take to let Usher give you herpes. You can call with some Khloe Kardashian talk. Do you like O.J. Howard? How you feel about O.J. Simpson? Orange Juice Jones? Tropicana? Anything of that nature, okay? And we'll take your calls and the panel will talk about it. Quick plugs real quick. Lieutenant Dan is with the Unintentional Grounding podcast over at the Unintentional Grounding YouTube. He's Falcons based. He's going to be a part of my Illuminati project. More details with that later. And my man Deuce here, he's a new friend of the show. He's been my homie for a good little bit, but he's a new friend of the show. He going to have to change his YouTube name. So just follow him on Twitter. What's your name on Twitter, Deuce?
Rev Deuce Wyndham. REVDEUCEWINDHAM.
That was real fast. So it's Rev Deuce Wyndham. Is said like that. Just follow him on Twitter for now. And when we figure his name situation out, we're going to plug the shit out of it. And y'all know I'm Voch Lombardi. Put a little ass up on that like button. So, yeah, get your calls in right now so we can get this thing moving because I got to go pick up some food to cook for my lady friend tomorrow. 337. Who is this? 337. What's happening? Who it is?
That's Kevin.
Who?
Kevin.
What's good, Kevin? What you got for the show, fam?
Oh, it's all about the Saints, right?
Yes, sir. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, the 7-9 last year.
Okay.
With a horrible defense, but you know what? The special teams were just a straight ass too.
Okay, straight ass. Yeah, guys, go ahead.
All right.
That real.
And to say that they're going to improve, I mean, it's more than the players that they brought in. They brought in two fine coaches, right?
Yeah.
They brought in Nielsen to coach the defensive line. Mm-hmm. They also have Nolan that they're going to coach the linebackers, right? Got rid of it.
Right.
Fitting that other guy, Johnson, which was straight horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's saying Lattimore, he's the answer, right?
Right.
No, he's not the answer. Just getting healthy is the answer.
Mm.
And for me, I'm higher on Marcus Williams than I am Lattimore.
Shit, that ain't true. That's a bit much. Deuce, thoughts?
Well, I think the injury point's big. The Saints combined last year to miss over 300 games due to injury. That's how injured they were. Mm. That's hurt.
Oh yeah, I mean when you have Webb, Moore, undrafted free agent Crawley starting for you, that's no good. I mean, it's guys from the sofa.
Damn.
But I mean, the key to the Saints resurgence is one position, that's cornerback. So if Lattimore is not what you hope and Bro is not healthy, you're going to go 7-9 again. If you have good cornerback play, the team's good again. It's that one position.
Damn.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but they lost 3 games to special teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we also changed the special team coordinator. So
that's
you got a new special team coordinator.
Special team. It couldn't field a punt to save your ass. I mean, every punt that was cooked, it looked like Marcus Murphy wanted to bobble it instead of catch it cleanly and run upfield with it, right?
Yeah, that's fair. And you definitely want to save your ass in situations, especially like that. Yo, man, that's a Keith. Nice, Kevin. Yo, Kev, thanks for calling, man. We got a bunch of calls. We're gonna try to get through them, and we got about 15 more minutes on the show. Thanks for calling, fam. Y'all already know the platinum callers go to the top of the list. Chris Roberts, what's good, fam?
Hey, what's up, boss?
Holding it down for the Doski Woski. Have you met Deuce and Lieutenant Dan yet?
Yeah, I actually was on the show with Spencer couple weeks ago doing QB Talk.
Okay, they're gonna be big friends of the show from now on. So, what you got for the show?
I just wanted to. I know you guys are doing some NFC South talk, so I wanted to bring up Carolina real quick.
Okay, Carolina.
And I wanted to know what you guys are thinking about what Carolina is going to do defensively against the pass this year. Because last year they had a real down year without Norman, and I'm pretty sure Keatley was out as well. So do you think that guys like Bradbury developing, maybe getting Luke Kuechly back will help them with that passing and get them back to relevance again this year?
Thanks for calling, fam. You know, we got a lot of callers, and Chris, I know I'm gonna let you talk all day. We got a bunch of people coming in, and we short on time. For some reason, Panthers fans feel like they don't need corners. For some reason, you know, and
JD.
And you can never have too many corners in your system, fam. They're good with their interior defensive line situation, you know, and you know they got Luke and Tommy or whatever. I'm cool with the moves they made. You know, they put a little more youth into the defensive line. They drafted what's his face Jenkins. What's his face? Deuce,
What's his face?
Deuce, what defensive end did
Deshaun Hall.
Deshaun Hall, yeah, Texas A&M. They drafted him. You know, they gave Coney Ealy to the Patriots, didn't they not? To the Patriots.
Yeah.
So
gave him his walking papers.
So he's about to be the best defensive end in the damn league now because he's with the Patriots. And they're trying to get younger, and they're preparing to pay and not pay people. You know, they got the kid from Louisiana Tech last year, Vernon Butler or whatnot. So they're getting ready to not pay one of those defensive tackles or whatnot. So they're doing a decent job of staying young. But
the problem is their defensive line isn't where they need to stay young. They were
right.
fine there with Johnson and Lotulelei and everything. It's
right.
It's the dang secondary play. I mean, they drafted Corn Elder. You waited to the 5th round to address the biggest needs you had defensively?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like Corn Elder, but he's not going
to. I'm not trying to trash him, but
yeah. He's not going
this one of the deepest cornerback classes in recent memory.
Yeah.
You couldn't gone after a Tre'Davious White. I mean, you couldn't have gone after Jordan Lewis, somebody better than Corn Elder. You need a corner?
Your first string corners now were considered depth guys when the Panthers were as good as they were. So, I mean, you know, it's whatever, you know. If the Panthers feel good about their DB situation, so be it. They ain't my team. But I think they should have addressed the cornerback position earlier. Instead, they I think the pick they got Curtis Samuel with, I think they could have gone because those corners were still on the board. It was still some good corners on the board. Like they could have went DB there, safety or corner.
And I like Bradbury. I mean, I'm not hating on Bradbury. He's a young guy. I think he'll get better this year. But I've never been a big fan of Captain Munron on the other side. And then you've got the injury issues at linebacker, consistent injury issues. I mean, I know defensive line is important. Everybody likes defensive line. That's great and all, but you need more.
Dan, you got something?
It's questionable moves by a GM who just got fired. That's basically it right there.
That's a great way to sum it up, bro. I ain't gonna nothing say after that. Caller, how about them Cowboys? 214. What's happening, man?
Good, Josh.
What you got for the show?
How about you? I want to talk about what the car talking about NFC South and the Cowboys.
Okay.
So the NFC South, I think it's going to be interesting. I think the Falcons, though, they did get Polo, so they did upgrade their D-line, but I still think they might have a Super Bowl hangover knowing that was the worst of school. Lost they had, I'm not going to get into that, but obviously down 28-3, but I think the South, it's kind of wide open to all the other teams, but it's tough to pick a team right now, but I think the Bucks, if Sean Jackson can stay healthy, I think he's the guy that the Bucks have that they could possibly win. I like them to win, but I think the Saints could. I'm just too concerned about their defense, and I think it's really the Panthers and the Bucks, in my opinion, the two teams that can really win. But I wouldn't count out the Saints because of Drew Brees. So.
Boy, Lieutenant Dan, so sick of y'all, boy. What's your Cowboys point before I hang up on you and Dan cuss everybody out?
I just wanted to talk about what Tony Romo said.
You want to talk about?
He said everything's okay, and besides that, Dak, he's been working out this summer, so I think he's getting ready for next year. And I don't know if you saw the documentary the other day, but I thought it was about less than an hour. It was a really good documentary that I recommend maybe you guys could look at and watch, possibly. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'll let you guys talk.
Documentary. I like what you did there. Hey man, y'all can't see it because I got the Skype pulled up or whatever. But as soon as you said Falcons, Lieutenant Dan sat up and leaned forward in his chair. He leaned forward, and then when you said I think it's gonna be a Super Bowl hangover, oh Dan just gave you the what you mean we trick or treating and you ain't got no candy face. Oh man, it was amazing. Dan, you ready to cuss this man out? Go ahead.
No. I'm good. I like how every time things are brought up about the Atlanta Falcons, nobody talks about Desmond Trufant coming back and shoring up that side of the ball. He was hurt for half the season.
Talk to him.
That's the only thing that I think gets on my nerves. The Super Bowl hangover thing is a load of bull crap.
It's real though.
I think that's
it's real though.
I mean,
that's historically real unless you're one team.
It's real, Dan.
Yeah,
Super Bowl hangover and the Madden curse, they're both real.
Madden curse is totally real, and Tom Brady is really playing toward. Oh no, there's no Madden. Yeah, watch it go.
All right, okay.
But no. I'm fine with people telling me that we're gonna have a Super Bowl hangover and all that. I just don't like that it's there's no talk about some of the guys that were hurt last year coming back and shoring up spots that we didn't have any depth at all, and then just saying that wipe everything else clean and use hocus pocus to justify not being able to continue on, just like apparently some kind of light switch. That's not how that works, unless you were decimated like the New Orleans Saints the next year with draft picks and injuries and things of that nature from Roger Goodell's great powerful tower of ivory and gold. Then it doesn't happen like that. That's not how that works.
The chat box says from Originally Real, he said Trufant can't save y'all. Don't look at Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones ain't gonna help you. We got 3 more calls. Let's run through them. 509, who there?
Yo, it's Drake.
Cool ass Drake.
Yo, Voch, you know what? I'm gonna start calling you.
What's that, bro?
I'm gonna start calling you ice cold ass Voch, because you know it's cooler than being cold.
Ice cold. Shut up. What you got for the show, fam?
I wanted to real quick. I want to talk about some of next year's players.
Talk about
2018 draft.
Talk about them quickly though.
Did you watch some James Washington?
That kid runs a lot of 9 routes, bro. A whole heap of them.
He runs a lot of comebacks too. He runs lots of comeback routes, crossing routes. He can run them all, man. I don't know, man. But I totally, I watched he's my number 1 at this point in time, subject to change, and Christian Kirk is my number 2, and I know you like Kirk a lot. I thought you made a great point on your video the other day when you said that, like, if Odell Beckham Jr. looked in college like the player he was going to turn into today, that player would look something like Christian Kirk.
Absolutely.
And I thought that was a real good point. I actually thought, I was thinking along the same line.
Hey, man, I feel you on that cool ass Drake. That's all you got for the show while Lieutenant Dan pissed me off?
I guess I just would like to say that Shannon Sharp absolutely knows what he's talking about when he says that the Ravens are good enough to.
All right, cool ass Drake. Holla at you, man. We ain't gonna do all that. You ain't finna bring
hot takes.
You ain't finna bring You ain't finna bring no damn Shannon Sharp takes on my damn show. Not up in here. Shit. Cool ass Drake, my man. Though, I love him. Cool ass Drake. I'm sorry, bro, but you know how to be quoting Shannon Sharp on my show. Not gonna be able to do it. Dan, what the hell you talking about, man? They can't see you.
Oh no. I was commenting on something in the chat. I just saw something ridiculous. So anyway, continue on.
Shut up.
Next
Dan.
caller.
Let me run through these calls. 931 with your loud house. What's happening, man? Who this?
What's up, Voch? This is Evan. I'm calling on behalf of the Falcons for Lieutenant Dan. Give him some backup.
Talk to him.
The biggest thing that we our signing of Alex Mack is the biggest thing to our team. It's not Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is not the reason that we were as good as we were last year.
Okay.
Alex Mack is. We've had a hole at center since Todd McClure retired in 2013.
Okay, well, time out. Okay. Look, I'm not hanging up on you. I'm just muting you because your house loud, and I just want to hear what they got to say. Dan, what you doing? Deuce, what you talking about? What's going on? Dan, Deuce, what's happening?
Okay. Deuce, this backup.
Oh shit,
bro.
Oh shit.
I feel like I don't have to retort because your backup is my backup.
Get him.
Bringing in a 31-year-old center. I mean, maybe if he was 5 years old, but come on, dude. Look, Voch Lombardi, you know I respect center. It's the smartest position besides quarterback on the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's more important?
Oh, shit.
Having a dude who knows what to call a play, when to call certain types of plays. No, like a wonderful stat came out about Sean Payton this past year that of all the plays he ran, one play that he ran the most, he ran it 17 times all year.
Mm-hmm.
One play 17 times. That was the most he ran any play.
That's diversity, fam.
A coordinator is more important than any player you got because a good coach will turn a crappy team into a great team. Look at Alex Gibbs bringing the zone run offense to the West Coast and bringing Terrell Davis, a guy nobody knew about, turned Terrell Davis into a Hall of Famer with his zone blocking scheme.
Damn.
I will say that Kyle Shanahan, with this personnel, was able to do things the correct way. Whereas if he went into a situation with a young guy and a young team that needed time to develop, it probably wouldn't have worked out the way that the Falcons' offense worked out last year. And a little bit in 2015, as we saw, but there was a disconnect between Kyle and the offensive players. So there was lightning in a bottle in 2016. Look, the thing is that bringing up Alex Mack as one of the main reasons why the Falcons had success, although that is a good reason, a solid one, it is not the main reason the Atlanta Falcons had success. It was the players and personnel together with the scheme that hit it 1, 2, 3, boom, and was able to create a perfect storm.
How about
the
Matt
problem
Ryan?
with all of that is that now we got this whole Kyle Shanahan thing is not anything by Falcons fans, and those who want to hate on the Falcons are saying Kyle Shanahan's departure means that the Falcons are trash now.
How about
there's no in between apparently?
How about Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman, and Julio Jones ain't no bitch? How about that? And Dan Quinn got this defense playing fast. How about that?
Yeah, that's
real.
real.
You know what I'm saying? It's about that time, man. Look, I said I wasn't gonna hang up on you, fam. I hung up on you. We got some valuable minutes out of your call, so I just went ahead and got rid of you. We got one last call, and I'm cutting the phone lines off, and I'm wrapping this show up. I'm going to go get my salmon for my lady friend because we cooking salmon burgers, lobsters, and garlic butter potatoes tomorrow. She, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Huh? Okay, cool. 202. What's happening? Who this?
It's Matt.
Matt who?
I'm a Redskins fan.
Matt the Redskins fan who?
Yeah. Matt Peckins.
I'm kidding, fam. I'm kidding. What's up?
All right, so I wanted to ask about, our receivers right now, right?
Okay.
So we lost Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon.
Yeah.
But we're trying to replace them with Pryor and Doxson.
Yeah.
So I kind of trust Pryor because, he didn't have really any quarterbacks, but he was still managed to put up 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Doxson? You think he's a bust, or you think he's going to come back and have a good year?
I look at Kirk Cousins as a quarterback.
Yeah.
A couple things can happen here. Let me just go ahead and mute you. Great question. I think a couple things can happen here. I think Kirk Cousins can either look too far into the future, because I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to be a Redskin next year. He can get a bad case of senioritis and play terribly this year. Or he can just be great and just do the right thing and move on next year, whatever, cool. But Kirk Cousins as a quarterback is a surgeon, right? Not like a high-level surgeon, but he's more of a surgeon than a gunslinger. So when you look at the receivers or whatever that he's playing with or whatever, Josh Doxson, based on his college film, was more so of a red zone jump over you, boom, boom, boom type of guy. But we haven't seen Josh Doxson play. That's going to be a big question mark. Not Josh Gordon. I'm about to say Josh Gordon. The Cleveland kid. What's the Cleveland kid name? Quarterback. Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor, I got to see. I'm not really sold on Terrell Pryor. If Terrell Pryor was in Cleveland, I still wouldn't be sold on him. I think his best friend at the end of the day is still going to be Jameson Crowder, his slot guy. Jameson Crowder and Reed, the big tight end that whoop everybody ass. Jordan Reed. I think those are going to be the staples of the offense. Jordan Reed and Jameson Crowder, and the run game. So my JP Ryan running down people's throats because the other kid either gets too fat or fumbles the football. So I think he's going to be running the ball, and you got your slot and you got your tight end. I don't even think the other two receivers matter at this point. Okay, that's a hot take for your ass. I don't think Terrell Pryor is going to be much of a factor in the Redskins offense this year. That's just my opinion. And the other kid, Josh Doxson, I got to see it. You guys, Deuce?
Well, I say I like how you said about Terrell Pryor, because I think what helped Kirk the most was being able to stretch the field. He averaged 8 yards per attempt. And that's kind of what helped your boy Doxson there, any slot guy, really shine, because that field got stretched. There's now less people in the way. There's less people sitting in them underneath zones. I don't really know if Pryor can replicate that. He can do it, but not consistently. So I think Cousins is going to have a harder time finding open spaces, and now's going to be the real chance you see. I mean, does he have the touch he needs and the accuracy he needs to move into that elite quote-unquote category? Because if he can prove he can do it with this wide receiver roster, man's going to get paid. If not, maybe he sticks around with Washington on a not great payday, or goes to another team that's kind of just treading water.
Because if I can cut you off, man, as far as just opening the field, spreading the field, just being a deep threat guy, Deshaun Jackson, one of the best guys in the league to do it. You got to respect that man's speed. That ain't there no more.
Probably the best man to do it since Randy Moss.
Yes, sir. And that ain't there no more. Just I can beat you in one play. Stretchness. I just made up a word. Stretchness. That dude gone. And I don't think Josh Gordon can be that dude. I keep saying Josh Gordon. Damn it. No, the other dude, Terrell Pryor. I don't think Terrell Pryor can be that dude. Josh Doxson damn sure ain't that dude. He's the red zone guy. I think Doxson can replicate Garcon if Doxson does, turns out to not be a bust. But as far as replacing Deshaun Jackson, good luck with that, Daniel.
Kirk Cousins is going to be a San Francisco 49er next season.
Senioritis,
That's just straight up how this is all going to turn out, good or bad. That's exactly what Kyle Shanahan's waiting for. He's waiting for Kirk Cousins to finish this season up and go out. As far as the wide receiving core is concerned, they're going to have to get ready for a new quarterback coming in there, whether it be a rookie or it be Blake Bortles leaving Jacksonville or it be something. So what they need to concern themselves about is just making sure that they are average or above average and keep their jobs. And then next season, work with whoever's new in there. That's all that matters.
Boy, Daniel, the wet dream a Cowboys fan I have of dealing with Blake Bortles and Washington Redskins for the next 3 to 4 years. Shit. Damn, that's exciting as a Cowboys fan. What? Thanks for the call, Famo. Whoever you were, I forgot his name. He talked too fast.
Matthew said Jimmy G to the Skins. That ain't gonna help nothing.
Oh man, but to be fair,
please put soft Jimmy to the Skins.
To be fair, I do think Kirk Cousins will get a bad case of senioritis. He won't be as good this year as he was next year. My whole thing with the Redskins, if you're just gonna keep franchise tagging Kirk Cousins, just pay the dude. Like, because he's in that territory of money to where, like Kirk Cousins is getting paid more than, like, Russell Wilson this year, I think. That's crazy. So just go ahead.
And he'll get a 40% raise on the cap this year if they cap him again next year on the tag.
All right, just go ahead and pay that dude. And the thing about it is, if Kirk Cousins is really a gangster, you go win football games for this team because you know they won't have a shot at a top tier quarterback. If you Kirk Cousins and you're a real gangster, you want to make the Redskins go like 8-8. If you're a real gangster, put them in the middle of that, you know what I'm saying, of that little playoff run of those standings, but they won't get a top tier quarterback.
I don't know, man. I think the NFC East as a whole, I really like the Giants offseason. The Cowboys have got that loaded offense, added a couple pieces on defense. I think you see the Redskins slide down to third place.
I think Jalen Smith is going to be the rookie of the year. One last call because he should get familiar with the other two people on the line. Nick, what's up, bro?
Not much. How you doing, Voch?
Now I know some of y'all may be, some of y'all that aren't aware of the young phenom, Nick Gashler, the kid, 13 years old. He has a website better than all y'all's is, and he knows his damn football. And he's my young protege, and he's going to be a part of this Illuminati project that I'm putting together. So, Nick Gashler, these are other young men. They're young like me, not young like you. Deuce is my Saints guy, and Lieutenant Dan is my Falcons guy. Nick, you're a Broncos guy, right?
Yes, I am, sir.
So, Deuce and Dan, he's going to be our Broncos guy. What you got for the show, Nick? I want you to really impress these old people that's on this line right now. This is your audition, your one shot, your one opportunity, your mom's spaghetti moment. What you got for the show, fam?
All right. Well, first, I just finished up practice. There was a lightning delay, and that's why I was on the live stream earlier, because I was just trying to pass the time.
Loyalty.
As for that, I think the Broncos are going to do well this year.
Tell me why.
Because the defense is still at its best.
Mm-hmm.
I think DeMarcus Walker can come in and be that rotational guy with Derek Wolfe and Jared Crick, I think, is at the end. I'm not sure. I don't have the stats in front of me. Anyway, our offense, we have Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Cody Latimer, who I don't know if he could impress, but we also have that rookie D'Angelo Henderson. And then we have the running game of Jamal Charles and C.J. Anderson.
Jamal Charles, a Bronco now?
Quarterback. Yeah, Jamal Charles on the Broncos.
I had no idea. Yo, Nick, do me a big favor since Deuce is since he was heavy in the draft. Give me a scouting report on DeMarcus Walker, Florida State.
Oh, I don't have my stats in front of me, so I don't.
You don't need stats, man. You don't need stats, man. Just give us a broad look.
I did notice once, I think, that he got fatigued, or that he gets fatigued really easily, and that may affect his game.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I kind of remember from him.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. He's going to be more of a... I think he needs to gain some weight and play a little bit of three-tech, man. Defensive end ain't for him, bro. Whenever, and his ball get off is kind of iffy, but whatever. What else you got for the show, fam?
Like I said last time, keep a lookout for Mason Rudolph, man. He's gonna impress this season. I think he could go really high.
What you like about Mason Rudolph, man?
He has great zip on the football. He has great deep arm. He may put a little bit too much touch on the football, but that can be corrected.
Okay.
He scrambles, and I like that because he's tall and he's big and he can scoot. So that's always a plus when you're scouting a quarterback.
I dig that. What else you got for the show? One last point before we get up out of here, because you need to catch your breath and get some water, fam. Because you lost the Oklahoma drill. That dude knocked some CTE through your helmet, man. Catch your breath, bro. What else you got? What's your last point, man?
One guy who's not getting a lot of buzz is Equanimeous St. Brown, the wide receiver from Notre Dame.
Lieutenant Dan don't like Equilibrium Brown, Notre Dame receiver. Lieutenant Dan don't like him. I like Equilibrium Brown, man. Tell her what you like about him, bro.
He has great hands and he has great height. 6'4" is an amazing height for a wide receiver.
Dan called him.
You don't see a lot of those these days.
Dan called him a damn body catcher. I don't agree. I don't think Equilibrium. I don't think Equate Brown has a lot of elite stats. Like, he's not walking around with some, top 5 pick type of stats or whatever. But I think he does do everything well enough to make him, a good solid player though. Like a late first, early second type player though.
You're saying he's Mike Williams.
Yep.
He runs right.
I'm saying he's Mike Williams.
I think he
now our young friend here, our young protege, is saying different.
Speed this out. I think he runs routes and catches better than Mike Williams. I think Cortland Sutton is the clone of Mike Williams, but Mike's a little more polished than Cortland though. I think they're the same.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. You got it.
I think Cortland Sutton is the clone of Mike Williams because he has the size to go up and get those catches.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Nick, because the chat box is on your ass right now. What the Broncos gonna do at quarterback?
Broncos are going to get Paxton Lynch, and they're going to develop him. We're going to be good.
Hey man, you got faith in passing Lynch like that? You don't want to roll with Chad Kelly or the GM's pet cat Trevor Siemian?
Trevor Siemian. I mean, he's going to be a good bridge quarterback from Peyton Manning to Paxton Lynch when Lynch is fully developed, and that bridge might be over. We might have crossed that bridge already, and it's time for Paxton Lynch.
I like how you said that. I like how you said that. Yo, my 13-year-old phenom is going to be a part of my Illuminati project. I keep hinting at it, but I'm not going to give y'all details till it's time, man. How many more weeks we got till the Hall of Fame game?
The Hall of Fame game.
2 weeks, right?
We
got 3 weeks to the Saints play, so I think it's 2 weeks till Hall of Fame.
So in about 2.5 weeks, I'm gonna give y'all some more details on my Illuminati project. Nick Gaster's gonna be a part of it, my young 13-year-old phenom. Yo, young man, salute to you. Plug your website and all that, because you got an amazing website to be damn 13 years old, fam.
Yep. It's gdrafttalk.blogspot.com. Make sure to check it out. And make sure to follow. Please follow. I've got a couple of y'all following, but I need some more following.
That is gdrafttalk.blogspot.com. Voch Lombardi ain't even got a damn website. Appreciate it, fam. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
Boy, that kid was walking off the practice field, huffing and puffing with his helmet in his hand, because that kid that was bigger than him just knocked his ass out, but he loyal enough to call the damn Voch Lombardi show with no breath, son. You can't beat that with a stick. I got one last break that I'm going to hit y'all with. Then we going to be outie. Salute. Boy, Hugh Freeze said he was gonna get that girl a scholarship. Listen, man, let's get some of these plugs out the way. Lieutenant Dan, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at UNGR Podcast. Go ahead and follow us there, where we talk a little bit about life and football. You can also find us on YouTube at Unintentional Grounding. Go and follow us there for Falcons-related stuff, as well as some secret Illuminati projects that are coming up soon. That's where you can follow us at the moment. We got an Instagram going, but that game is still kind of early game, so we'll get that up there and get it really running. Then we'll plug that later.
Deuce, tell them
where. All right, guys,
man.
it's real easy. You got fingers, you can go to websites. Put in that app symbol. Do REVDEUCEWINDHM and hit me up. And remember, arm strength is the most overrated stat for quarterbacks in the world. You heard it here first.
Oh shit!
Boy,
and y'all can find him. And y'all can find the young phenom, young Nick Gashler, man. gdrafttalk.blogspot.com, man. I love the kid website. It's laid out great. It's way better than mine because I ain't got one. And I'm Voch Lombardi, man. Y'all, please, if y'all haven't done so yet, which y'all should, put a little ass up on that like button, please. Hey, we almost at 10,000 subs, bro. So if you're not subscribed to me, if you enjoyed the show tonight, put a little ass whoop on the sub button too, man. Join the notification squad. That's that little punk ass bell next to the subscribe button, and it'll notify you whenever I drop random ass videos or live streams just like this. My film session's coming up. First and foremost, y'all need to go watch that O-line
album
film.
dropping soon.
Y'all stop it. Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go watch the O-line video. It's amazing. I work really hard on it. I like that.
You know what? Nobody watching the O-line videos. You got to add an incentive. Put in something hidden and then say whoever finds the hidden Easter egg gets a signed Natchez High School T-shirt.
You know what, Deuce? That may be an amazing idea.
Yep. There you go.
There we go, man.
You know what? If you find the whatever Twitter, Voch Lombardi, VOCH The film sessions I got coming up. Bradley Chubb, edge guy. I'll be looking at Christian Kirk, wide receiver, and I'm going to be looking at Jarrett Stidham, Okay, that's going to be a long-ass film session. We're going to be looking at Jared Freshman and Jared Auburn spring game, so be tuned in for that. And I'm Voch Lombardi, man. I've said that before. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, we gone. Salute.